Welcome to Repertory Company Theater's RCT360. Welcome to this wig-tastic production. It's episode number 32, and we're so glad to have you here. Welcome, like, and comment. Let us know that you're here. I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And today, ladies, our theme is counting our blessings and thinking about those things that make this time so special to us. So, to get us started, I have a little something you haven't seen for a while.
It's our questions. I've missed you.
It's been a long time.
It's our cup of questions, and I have several questions in here for you that I'm going to just do real quickly to get us started. So let us get started here. I would like you to tell me your favorite Thanksgiving food. Laura?
Oh, definitely stuffing.
Stuffing is delicious. I'm gonna go mashed potatoes with giblet gravy.
Ooh, so delightful. I'm going to say any dessert except the pumpkin pie. I know that's going to bother some people, but
it's all right. I don't eat fruit dessert.
Oh. All right. Next question. Can you give me a favorite grandparent memory?
Oh, gosh, I have a lot. I have a good one that kind of goes with the holidays. I was very little, maybe 3 or 4, and we were visiting at my grandparents' house in Kentucky, and it was Christmas Eve, and my grandfather took me out onto the front porch, and he said, if you listen carefully, you'll hear Santa's sleigh, and I could hear the jingling of bells. And I said, I gotta go to bed right now. We gotta go inside. He's gonna get it. And it turns out, when I found out later, years later, it was the wind chimes from next door. But he knew if I stood on the front porch that I would hear what I thought was sleigh bells. So that is a great memory. I love that one.
That's great.
Oh,
how about
that's
you, Rachel?
Fantastic. So I went almost every summer when I was little. I would go and spend a little bit of time with my grandmother, the Gagu, in Lubbock, Texas. And I remember one summer I was up there and she was dragging me around Lubbock, sort of, kind of. And we were going to all of these like Goodwill shops looking for something. I think maybe even the Day Old Bread store. That was kind of our jam. Yeah. And but then she started telling me, well, we'll just go in here because there's a slushy bar in the Day Old Bread store, and then it wouldn't be there. And then it's like, but the slushy bar is in the Goodwill store, and you really had to be there. But we talked about slushy bars in my family for years and years and years. And even though my sweet grandmother is 94 years old now and doesn't remember a whole lot of what happened, earlier in the day, I could still probably tell her about this slushy bar and make her smile. And that makes me smile.
Slushy bars, Day Old Bread, and for stores, your grandma sounds like my kind of people. Mine, is it posthumous? Is that what you say? Probably one of my recent favorite memories. All my grandparents are gone to heaven, but I just found a card from my grandmother on my dad's side, and in it, it was like she was trying to be so very specific with me and tell me something really important. It was from when I was real little, and I haven't seen it my whole life. I don't remember seeing it, but it just said, like, this is so important. Be yourself. And I just, in that moment, it got me. So, okay, last one. Okay, this is a rapid fire question for our last one. Your favorite holiday scents?
Scents, like smelling scent,
like
you
smelly,
smell it?
yes, like smelly.
Oh,
Smell.
Pine cones.
Yeah, no, I'm pine as well, and we can throw some cinnamon in there too.
Yes, I like those when you go in the grocery store and it's all cinnamon and sugar cookies or any cookies baking in the oven. Ooh,
oh, so good.
I love that. So anyway, what a way to start to think about these wonderful memories that we have. Laura, what kind of blessings for this season can you share with us?
I feel very blessed that I have a very, very supportive family unit and an extremely supportive husband who has just been such a blessing to me all the time in our marriage, but lately, just because 2020 has been rough, he has been above and beyond, and I am beyond blessed to be his wife.
That's awesome. Rachel, you always have some great words of wisdom. What you got for us at this time of year?
Well, my words of wisdom fail in comparison to Cole Porter, who I think said it best when he said, When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep. And I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all. And I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. Don't you love that song?
I do.
100%. Thank you so much, Rachel. I love when you sing. It warms my heart. And hey, I just want to hear some more of you. Can you just go ahead, take it for Quarantine Confessional? I'll just sit here and enjoy. Go.
Me. No, I don't think that's going to work. But thank you, Deidre, because it is time once again for another Quarantine Confession. Come closer, but not too close. Okay, friends, today I have what may be my most controversial quarantine confession ever. The quarantine confession that could actually get me kicked off of RCT360. Here's how it started. A week or two ago, a friend of mine asked me, I think on Facebook, to rank my favorite Christmas movies. And I had a really, really hard time doing it. And once I sat down and thought about it, it was because I don't really like Christmas movies. I know that's terrible. It's not that I dislike them. I just don't get that excited about them. None of them. A Christmas Story, totally fine. It's a Wonderful Life, perfectly nice, but I don't get super excited about it. I know, and the whole pantheon of Hallmark Christmas movies, I honestly just don't really get. I know you probably just turned off the webcast right now, but hear me out, because here are the things that I figured out that I love instead. Number one, Christmas TV shows, particularly cartoons. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I remember how I waited for that every single year and how exciting it was the night that came on TV. I can feel the cold air and the smell of the fireplace and the fire. Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty the Snowman, which are kind of interchangeable with the weird kind of claymation action that they had. And of course, A Charlie Brown Christmas. Does it get better than that? Also, I actually love Thanksgiving movies. Not everyone really gets excited about Thanksgiving movies, but I think it's because it reminds me of my family that always gets together on Thanksgiving. So, pro tip, if you haven't seen Home for the Holidays with Holly Hunter and Robert Downey Jr., go find it on some streaming service because it is delightful. And also, if you need a pick-me-up, go look at the Thanksgiving pageant scene from Addams Family Value, and I dare you not to laugh. So, just pro tips there. But the things that the Christmas TV shows and the Thanksgiving movies have in common is that they remind me of my family. And my family is the biggest blessing of all in my life. So please forgive me when I don't get excited about the 90 days of Christmas on the Hallmark Channel, but know that I love you and the holidays all the same. And that is my quarantine confession.
Rachel, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. So that's what I mean. To each his own. To each his own. That's great. Thanks. So, Laura, just go ahead with Spotlight, whatever. Yeah.
My In the Spotlight guest this week is someone who is creating something beautiful during our time of pandemic. Please welcome to our webcast, Devin Harper. Hi, Devin.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. First of all, we'd like for you to tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do.
Hi. Okay. So I live in Fort Worth. I know it's a little bit of a drive when we were doing shows at RCT, but it was totally worth it. So I live here in Fort Worth. I got my bachelor's degree in music education. I actually don't use it unless I'm assistant music directing or something with a theater, but I just found that life in a classroom was not for me, and so I actually ended up getting a job at the Omni Hotel in Dallas, and I've worked my way up and ended up as an event concierge there, and so I kind of make sure all of the events go the way they're supposed to. Not right now, but that's what I was doing beforehand. But other than that, I mean, I'm a huge music nerd, a giant Disney nerd. I've always got something Disney on. Right now I've got my little castle necklace on. But that's kind of me in a nutshell. And then I love the art of calligraphy.
Nice. And you've started your own business with calligraphy.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I have. And so I started a bullet journal probably about 5 years ago now in college. I was going to use it to kind of organize my life and also as a way to get my handwriting back to where it was, because from taking fast notes in college, my handwriting was just awful. And so I decided to do that as a way to kind of fix it back up. And in looking on Pinterest and things like that for bullet journal spreads, I found these people with just gorgeous handwriting that was even more so than just regular handwriting. And so I kind of dove into that a little bit more and discovered the world of lettering and calligraphy and just kind of went from there. It started off as just mimicking what it looked like, and then I actually learned, oh, there's basics to learn with this. And so I took a few classes and went from there. And then at the Omni, I started off as a host in our sports bar, and they had some chalkboards that they would put outside for signs. And my manager asked me if I could do one for the Cowboys watch parties that we hosted. And so it just kind of started from there, and then it turned into, okay, well, there's no Cowboys game this week, so you can do whatever you want on the chalkboard. And that kind of sparked it, and all the servers and everybody was like, you should make this into a business, you should make this into a business. And so about 2 years ago, I just decided, you know what, let's go for it, see what happens. So that's kind of where it came from. So I come up on 2 years now on December 1st.
Nice. And obviously we've got a pandemic going on. How has that affected your business?
So it's actually affected me a lot at first, since I was primarily doing event signage, you know, for weddings or parties, things like that. I obviously wasn't working anymore, and so at the Omni, I wasn't able to do stuff for our banquets and things like that anymore, and so I kind of had to shift. I decided, all right, with all of this time off, I'm going to really just focus on this business and try and grow it. I picked up digital art and kind of tried to see what that world was about, because I had noticed a lot of people were getting into that, and so I now do like digital portraits and things like that. They're not quite as good as my other stuff, but I'm getting there. So it's just kind of figuring out a way to shift. And I mean, some people have been still having some weddings, so I've done a couple weddings since the lockdown and everything, which is, luckily I've had some really solid friends that are like, hey, I got you. But yeah, things are picking up a little bit more now, which is really awesome.
And what would you say is maybe one of your favorite pieces that you have created, and why?
It's so hard to pick an actual favorite just because I've done such a variety of things. And honestly, what brings me the most joy and what I love about a piece most is the person I'm doing it for or why I'm doing it. So the couple weddings that I've been able to do are for really close friends, which has just been awesome. Getting to see their reactions when I bring the signs in, it's just so awesome. And being able to be a part of their really special day is just so awesome to me. Especially when I get to do these giant welcome signs and things like that. It's seeing everybody else's reactions when they first walk in the door, and that's the first thing they see. It's really impactful.
Nice. And how can someone find you if they're interested in your work?
So I have an Instagram page, a Facebook page, and a website. So on Instagram and Facebook, I am Center Stage Designs. Instagram, it's got periods between all the words. And then my website is centerstagedesigns.org, and you can send me private messages. You can send me an email at centerstagedesigns01@gmail.com. really any sort of way to get a hold of me, I will answer.
And you probably don't just primarily do weddings. You could do anything, custom work for the holidays or anything, or holiday parties and things like that as well.
Exactly. And I've got pretty much my full portfolio on my Instagram and my website. I do all kinds of things. I can do envelope addressing, I can do signs for weddings, I can do event signs, I can do chalkboards. Pretty much if you think of it, I'll come up with a way to make it happen. Or if I can't do it, I'll point you in the direction of someone who can.
Nice. Well, Devin, I've actually been told I have beautiful handwriting, but it is nothing compared to what I have seen on your pages. It's beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today and sharing your beautiful art. And hopefully we'll get to see you real time soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Laura. And thank you, Devin. I love your amazing work and you are just the sweetest. We love you so much. Thanks for joining us today. Well, now it's time to head over to Broadway Trivia. And I hear we have a very extra special guest. Take it away.
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome to a very, very special holiday installment of Broadway Trivia. With me, as always, is the beautiful, the gorgeous, the knowledgeable, the kind of deadly snowflake of our lives, Laura Alley.
Hello.
And perhaps the biggest coup in RCT360 guest history today, please welcome. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake, but he does it in a way that is in no way creepy. Please welcome to Broadway Trivia, Chris Kringle.
Welcome to RCT360.
I could listen to that all day, every day. Mr. Klaus, thank you so much for joining us today. I assume that you are very, very busy this time of year.
This is our busiest time of year, but I'm glad to share with RCT.
Well, thank you again, Santa Claus, for being here. You're going up against a pretty serious contender today, but I think that you may have some special holiday magic in the bag for us. So let me just put down some ground rules, if I may, Mr. Kringle. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. I am going to need some sort of sound and maybe a visual cue of some sort, a buzzer, if you will, to let me know that you know the answer, Santa. Do you have such a thing for me?
Let me see if I can find something.
Of course. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Thank you. All the way, every time. And not that you can compare with that, Laura, but you got anything?
I do, but before that, I just want to say I'm uncomfortable with winning against Santa, so I'm a little
You think
nervous.
you're going to win?
I'm nervous. No, not against you, but I will use my koozie.
Okay.
Maybe I'll delay.
Slay Santa Claus like you do every other guest, Laura. The kids will think that's just fine.
I'll end up on the naughty list.
All right. Well, because we have such a very, very, very special guest today, we're going to do a holiday theme of questions. So all of our questions today are going to be about musicals, more or less, but musicals that touch upon Christmas. So, Laura, but mostly Santa, are you ready?
Ready.
Sure am.
All right. Question number 1. Meet Me in St. Louis, or St. Louis, boasts multiple notable Broadway songs, including the Trolley Song and this Christmas standard as recorded by Judy Garland. Yes, Laura.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
That's correct. I was
known
well
that.
into adulthood when I realized that was actually from Meet Me in St. Louis and not just
Judy
just a standard.
Garland. Judy Garland.
All right, Laura, are you happy? Are you
No.
happy? Does that feel good?
I'm uncomfortable. I'm very
You feel
uncomfortable.
good?
No, it's not. No.
Well, I tell you what, let's just go on to question 2 and see what happens.
Okay.
With your Christmas. True or false? All elves at the North Pole are born with toenails painted like candy canes. Laura, do you think you know this one?
True?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Santa? Yes,
That's
Santa?
false. They are
False.
all Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer red.
That was a trick question
Was a trick.
that obviously Santa knew and you didn't. That's right. Their toenails are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer red. So that's 1 for Santa Claus, eternally beloved father of Christmas, and 1 for Cheater McCheaterson, Laura Alley.
Cheat.
Okay, it wasn't cheating, but you were thinking about cheating. Question number 3. Question 3. Let's just go on to this. Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye starred in the beloved. That's not the question. I'm not even going to let you answer that because I just misspoke. Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye starred in the beloved movie musical White Christmas. What did Santa bring Bing Crosby for Christmas when he was 5? Is it A, a sled, B, a teddy bear, C, a toy gun, or D, a 5th of whiskey? Oh, that's weird. Santa knows. Yes, Santa?
I brought him a teddy bear.
You did, Santa. That's correct. The 5th of whiskey actually came on his 8th birthday. So
That's probably, yeah. You need to at least be 8.
yeah, it's fine. It was like the early 1900s. He was born like in 1905.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Wikipedia told me. I mean, obviously, you knew that, Santa.
Of course, I know everything about
does.
every child.
He does, and he's so humble about it. Why are you not that humble about all the things you know, Laura?
I don't know that much.
Okay, so Santa's in the lead, 2-1. I feel good about this. Let's go on to question number 4. RCT360 features local performers Deidre Sherm, Laura Alley, and Rachel Ratcliffe. Which one of these 3 ladies is most likely to get coal in their stocking this year? Laura?
I'm gonna go with me.
Laura, actually not true. Actually not true. You've been a pretty good girl. Santa, do you want to answer here?
Unfortunately, it's Deidre this year. I'm so sorry, Deidre.
Sorry, Deidre. But Santa knows things that we just don't know.
Apparently, I'm pumped. I'm not getting any coals.
All right. So we have come to the final question. This has been such a joy. And Santa, because you know everything, good news, you've already won. You've already won. This is just bonus. But Santa, every Broadway trivia, we end by reading a question. I read a question in the voice of a pirate that trends slightly Irish for reasons unknown. You probably, being a world traveler as you are, delivering toys, is familiar with the small sect of Irish pirates and their proclivities for toys. A lot of people are, obviously. But I'm going to read lyrics now, and whoever buzzes in with the name of the song and the show it is from will win this question, but it doesn't really matter because Santa wins everything all the time.
Yes, he should.
Here we go. Haul out the holly, put up the tree. That was a close one. That was actually very close, but Laura, you did have it.
That is We Need Little Christmas from Mame.
Yes, it is. Santa obviously knew that one as well, but we're going to let you get another one on the board. It's okay. You still lost. Christmas is saved because Santa wins again. All right.
Now, have both you little girls been good this year?
Yes, and I'd like you to remember that I let you win, and I like Amazon gift cards.
Oh, just Amazon gift cards? What else would you like for Christmas?
Oh, that's a good question. I need a new mattress. We're going to get a new mattress and 2 matching recliners. Those are the things we're doing for Christmas. But you can just take those off my list. It'd be great.
Hey, Laura, was this just Laura's Christmas gift segment or my Broadway trivia segment? I'm confused.
He asked me. He asked me after I prodded him.
Oh,
I don't know that necessarily qualifies you for the nice list. It trends a little bit naughty, but who am I to say? Santa, just give my gifts to little homeless children, would you?
oh, you're so kind.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And with that, we say goodbye to the wonderful, wonderful Kris Kringle and the also wonderful in different ways, Laura Alley. Back to you, Deidre.
Thank you, Rachel. That was fantastic. I absolutely love it. That it was a win-win. Santa won and Laura stayed on the nice list. I guess I'm the only loser with my bag of coal, but hey, that's okay, because you know what? You can have Santa come straight to your home. Check out RCT's holiday greetings. Come on, get an order. Check out this website that's coming up right here so that you know what you can have. I don't know. What am I saying? Sorry. I heard a rumor that Santa is available to come to your house Thanksgiving weekend. Book your live holiday greeting. So let's head over right now to Ask Laura. Take it away. Ask Laura.
Welcome to Ask Laura. But I'm actually going to change the name of this segment for a little while to Laura's Christmas List. I am going to give you ideas for gifts, ideas for things you can do with your family during the holidays. I know 2020 has been a tough year for everyone. Luckily, the holidays are just around the corner, so I have compiled a list of socially distanced Christmas activities that you can do with your family. You could do a socially distanced cookie swap with neighbors or friends. And this is how you do it. Everyone that wants to participate makes some cookies or some goodies, and you drop your goodies off on the front doorstep of a friend. And everyone will have a lovely little sweet treat waiting for them when they get home to their door. Now, if you don't cook, hey, golden Oreos or double stuffed Oreos on a plate, that you can't go wrong with that for me. You could also send holiday cards to the armed forces or the children's hospitals, sending some holiday wishes to our community and to people who really could use the extra warm wishes. That's something you could do with your kids. It'd be a lot of fun. And you could also do a socially distanced Zoom ugly Christmas sweater party. Everyone goes on the Zoom, you play a few hilarious Zoom games, Christmas bingo, do some Christmas trivia, and enjoy spending some time together. And I'm told that Zoom is actually free on Thanksgiving. They have waived the 40-minute limit, and on Thanksgiving Day, it is going to be free, unlimited time all day, so you can get on there and visit with family and friends and be thankful for everything you have. So that's all I have for this week's Laura's Christmas wish list. Join me next week, and I'll have some more ideas, tips, and tricks for you. Back to you, Deidre.
Laura, that was great. I am literally going to go back and watch this episode again on Saturday because every single one of those I think I want to do.
No, socially distant cookie swap, you had me there. That sounds so much fun.
Right? That would be a way to like go to a bakery and like pretend like pass those cookies off as your own, because no one's gonna know.
No one will know.
It's perfectly planned. I love it. Well, ladies, I can't believe it. We are already to the end of this episode. It's time to wrap it all up, and I'm going to start with, don't forget, everyone, when you are doing your shopping on Amazon, please use RCT's Amazon Smile. It's a wonderful and easy way to give back to RCT so that we can keep things rocking and rolling this season. Laura, what you got?
We have an update on our One Day More campaign. Our goal is to raise $20,000 by December 31st. And so far we have raised $80 to $100. Thank you so much for your support. Surviving the next few months is crucial. And please, 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 if you can help, every little bit helps. Rachel.
So ladies, I have a quote for you. One man's life touches so many others. When he's not there, it leaves an awfully big hole. Does that ring any bells for you?
It does.
Yes, nods. What about every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings?
Yeah.
Of course, you know it. It's a wonderful life. And we have a really wonderful opportunity for you to come see a newly imagined live version of It's a Wonderful Life at the RCT Theater. It's going to be showing December 11th through the 20th. Come celebrate the holiday season with us. As always, then we're going to have very strict CDC protocols in place. So we are going to have social distancing with not just our audience, but our actors on the stage. But with the help of actors and a wonderful angel named Clarence, you will see George Bailey once again learning all of the million different ways that we are tied and connected to those around us. And what a wonderful holiday message that is. So tickets are on sale right now. You can go and visit rcttheater.com or call our box office for more information.
I don't know if anyone who's watching has seen any of these. They're not reader theaters, but they're like radio shows and reimagined. It's so great to be socially distanced and to be within protocol and still be able to enjoy the love of theater and the love of art. And especially during this time of year, what a wonderful show to watch. It's a Wonderful Life. So thank you for that, Rachel, Laura. Thank you, all of you, for watching. It's so good to have you with us. And until we see you again, I am.
You are.
We are
RCT.
T.
Santa asked Laura. Oh, am I supposed to ask that? Do you see maybe Santa asked? Oh, no, I'll just pitch it to. Okay, sorry. Catching up.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if it was your hair or a wig.
Yeah. God didn't make this to go with a lot of different color combinations.
I was sweating. I was like, I'm not comfortable with beating Santa. I mean, like, literally, I have my sides are wet.
You are
Pushing like
maximum
I was
Deidre today, and I am here
Are.
for it.
You are. How many times have you been to Starbucks today?
One last year.
How many times did they refill your tea?
Did that.
She said to give her gifts to sick children. There
I
was
know.
no coming back from that.
Homeless children. Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me, homeless children.
No one's gonna kick you off. I'm just questioning a few things.
Just
about our
just
relationship
question
now,
everything
Rachel.
about you.
Questioning
Just
some
questioning.
things.
It's all right. Whatever. That's all. That's it. Bye.
Okay.
You got to bring your red coat
Country.
and your red luggage, and your ringtone is "We wish you a Merry Christmas" when it rings. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, every time. It's the same.
Well,
Oh, and look at this
both
handsome
of
man in a
you.
flannel that's lived here his whole life and isn't totally weird.
I know, right?
I don't know what's wrong with you ladies. You need a little Christmas fluff in your life.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm a little verklempt from all that. I don't know. Okay. Devin was amazing.
Yes, she was. Okay. And
All right.
got it? 5.
You're doing great
Oh.
today.
Hey, you're doing great. You're doing
All
good.
right, let's go.
Five.
All right.
5, 4, 3.
So
And-
judgy. You're so
Very
judgy.
Very
Judgy.
judgy.
It's Judge
Right.
Judy up in here.
Really important website I had up about the 25 best rosés. When I was doing some very important work on a conference call.
The book, The 12 Rosés of Christmas.
The 12 rosés. They're all precious in his sight, yeah.
They are.
Great.
You can edit that, right, John?
I may just leave it. It's so
No
nice.
editing.
It's so you. It's so
Zero
you.
editing.
Needs to stay as is.
Yeah, I
For
really.
the love. For the love. It's okay, Rachel, when they saw me, they said, first they came to mind was crazy middle-aged woman.
That is not what we said. You
Never.
are lying. She's
No.
lying. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Merry Christmas and have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.